intro.
I'm
the young Tom. I hate intros.
He does hate intros. I'm the sort of younger version of young Tom.
Yeah, we've got young Tom Jr. in the studio today.
Except he's not Tom. He's just young.
He's just one of the youngs.
Yeah.
That's actually fairly unique. Most people claim as young Tom.
That's it. I'm probably the closest thing to the young Tom.
Without actually being young Tom.
Yeah, that's it.
That's an impressive claim.
So to all you motherfuckers claiming you're the young Tom, just remember that.
Yeah. There's other youngs that are out.
What were you saying about? You were saying something about black lights, or
I was talking about lumens.
the unit of measurement for light, for those who don't know.
Yes.
Which is me like 5 seconds ago.
I was just watching a video about some sciencey dude. I can't even remember which dude it was. But he was
Tyson.
Yes.
Could have been.
He was saying how bright a light needed to be to show up on black 2.0 paint, which is the darkest paint. It's meant to be like zero reflective. And he
like that shit they put on the outside of stealth jets.
Yes. I think it was in excess of 20,000 lumens needed to fucking actually have a reflection on it.
20,000 lumens.
Right. That's fairly extreme. It's pretty bright. I'm pretty sure regular lights are like 700 or something.
Did you see that shit? It happened a while ago. Like some person tried to copyright like a very specific shade of pink.
Did they?
Yeah, and like it was like nobody can use this shade of pink.
Oh, okay. Was it Brup?
No. I don't know. It was
hilarious.
Someone. I don't think it got through though, because that's retarded.
Can you do that? I feel like it has been done, but how would you go about it?
But it's a slippery slope though, because if you just
this
start
is my colour,
letting people just have their own colours and not letting other people use them, like
you wouldn't be able to pick like notable colours. Surely you pretty much have to like develop your own colour.
No.
Or just pick a really super abstract colour in the gradient and go, this is what it's called and I want it specifically mine. You wouldn't be able to pick primary colours and shit.
Yeah, but even that, there's a finite amount of colours. Like,
yes, true.
Because if you're doing it digitally, like, I think it's like, usually you have your three aspects of your colour, which are like saturation, hue, and tone.
Yes.
And in each one of those, there's like 300 variations, at least on most like digital art programs. Yeah. But I mean, obviously, you could probably double it and have like 600. So
I was gonna say, I think one's got 200 each way. That makes 400.
Yeah. Oh well, it'd be 600 because you got your tone, your saturation, and your hue.
Oh yeah, with it. I mean, on each slider.
Yeah. So like 200.
Each way on each slider, so it's 1200.
Yeah, so it'll be 12.
Potential variance, right?
I mean, imagine it's just the quality of the screen is how many.
Probably.
But like at a certain point, it's like.
Yeah, no, the other one too. There'd be a limit. Doesn't matter how good your screen is. There would literally be a limit. There'd be a finite number.
But like the human eye can't tell the difference between 368 and 369.
No way. Imagine if you claimed a colour and then someone else was using the next colour.
Like how would you even tell? You'd literally have to get it digitally analysed.
Yeah, you'd have a colour reader in your pocket.
Just like, walking around trying to like
colour?
Fuck with people like.
Imagine just telling that. I've got copyright on that. You owe me money now.
I just search up like major brands and like. Fucking scan all the colours.
Yep.
Nah, because that wouldn't work either, because obviously when it's posted online, you get shit put over it.
Yeah, filters and shit, and not only that, but
the computer screen
paint fades and shit as well, buildings.
There's just too many variables. It's probably why the guy couldn't copyright it.
Yeah. Because like, how are you going to keep that exact colour? You're going to paint it, and next week it's going to be a slightly different colour.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, I'll tell you about this lead paint shit I was going to tell you about. So, like, Layla was telling me about, I think it was Princess Elizabeth, or some, like, member of the royal family, dyed because, like, back in the day, makeup was made out of lead paint.
Yeah.
And, like, she had, like, a fucking centimetre of makeup on. And, like, it was just soaking into her. And, like, she just died of lead poisoning.
Yeah, well, fuck. Cunts used to go haggy with their makeup back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, full-on, thick fucking face paint.
Bro, the guys used to wear makeup.
I know. That's what I was thinking of for their fucking wigs and shit.
Yeah,
and
like,
white faces.
And in that time, that was all lead. That was fucking pure lead.
Solid. So why do they didn't all die off?
Yeah.
Like, all of the fucking hierarchy and upper class.
Well, like, I imagine the life expectancy was lower.
True.
And, like, they probably had fucking mercury in their teeth and shit, too.
Yeah, well, that only stopped relatively recently.
True. What's something that, like, we do now, like, cosmetic shit, that you reckon will be phased out because it's dangerous? I'm thinking hair dye. Because there's some pretty fucking toxic-ass hair dyes.
Yeah, right.
Especially, like, those long-term ones.
Well, nah, they'll just make better ones, like makeup. They haven't phased makeup out, they'll just stop putting lead in it.
Yeah, true, but, like, that's the same thing.
I really think they'd just do the same thing if hair dyes and shit prove to be too chemically toxic. They'll just make different ones. They'll find a way around it. People aren't going to stop dyeing their hair.
Yeah, no.
There's a supply and demand now.
Bro, I've seen a massive increase of chicks with dyed hair.
Have you?
Yeah, because of all the lockdowns.
Yeah, the Rona's got everyone going crazy, dyeing their hair and
like
shit.
I walk into Coles and, like, usually you'd see maybe, like, one, maybe two people with dyed hair. Like, it's in, like, the double digits now. Like,
yeah,
everyone is fucked with their hair. And cutting it too. Everyone's got their fucking... the fringe.
I've actually seen a few dodgy haircuts.
Yeah.
Like, clearly home job haircuts, just walking around town. It's like, okay. That one was because the hairdresser was closed. It's just necessity. It hasn't been 2 weeks.
Bro, those motherfuckers that, like, that need to get their fade redone every week.
Starts losing mind at home.
Oh fuck, my fade's not crisp.
He's on YouTube trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah, that's it. Bro, that shit's hard. Like, if you're trying to give yourself a fade, because you gotta be in the mirror and, like...
Yeah, I reckon. It'd be like trying to do the back of my dreads.
Yeah, I've been considering getting a fade.
Okay.
I'm not going to though. I'm gonna grow my hair out.
Punch on with it.
Punch on with your parents.
Whoa. I need to wash my dreads again. I haven't done it in a few days.
Fucking hell.
I did a whole bunch of palm rubbing of the bases the other day, and it gave me a fucking headache.
Palm rubbing, like, twisting on them?
I'm just getting the bases and, like, gripping them right here and just doing a circular motion.
Oh, yeah.
It sort of knots up all the fucking loose hairs that aren't in a dread.
Yeah, I see.
And I'm pretty much just ignoring all these. Like, I'm waiting for the
like all
dreads
little...
to form up. Don't worry about the frizzies. They'll fucking...
little frizzy bits.
They'll sort themselves out in 6 months. I know this time. It's much better.
Not gonna put beeswax in them?
Oh, fuck that. Also, Kelso got me fucking head trimmer so I can shave the side of my head again. Because this is starting to get unruly.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting back there, like...
Yeah, I forgot about that. I just assumed, like, you would just turn them into dreadlocks.
No.
But, yeah, that's nothing, is it?
It's too fucking short, bro.
Just
I don't have to
stumps,
grow
bro.
fucking... Trevor hair out the side of my head for ages until I can dread it again. That's fucked. And then they'll be tiny. I'd have to fucking sew some other dreads onto it or some shit to make it look normal.
Yeah, well, that's alright. Just give it a trim on the back and even them out.
No, I want the sides done. Not trimming the back. It's all not a top knot. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it would look dope to shave them.
It'll be cooler as well, especially when summer comes around.
Both. Have you shaved the back at all?
No, it's right down.
Fuck it. Like, you might as well trim it a little bit. Like, just clean it up.
I was going to sort of like trim it in slightly.
Yeah.
Like get rid of these bits.
Yeah, because they'll, especially after you shave the sides, you'll be able to see those heaps.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Looks sick.
Got a whole bunch of new beads in there as well.
Beads?
Yeah, like these. Where's one?
Oh yeah, I see.
I smacked myself in the face the other morning with one because it came down.
Yeah, don't put any on your fucking fringe this time.
Right. This one. I like this one.
That's not bad.
Right.
What is it? It's like
some fucking
I don't know, just some patterns.
pattern design, yeah. Some of them are bent. Like this one. They go in a fucking corner.
Yeah, what?
Like fucking
You
Count
straighten them
Dooku's
out.
lightsaber. No, that's how they are.
That's
That's how they're fucking meant to be.
Just give them a bit of panel beating.
Nah, bro, they're literally fucking, like, got one whole side, like, bent.
Yeah, what? Oh yeah, no, they're solid too.
Right, they're actually modelled like that.
Yeah, if you tried to straighten them out, they'd just fucking collapse the whole structure.
Yeah.
It's like a piece of fucking macaroni,
Yeah, right.
except not quite as bent.
I think
like-
I'll leave
it's like
that one out because that
macaroni.
one's bogging me.
Like if macaroni was gay, then this is bi macaroni. Not quite as bent.
Buy macaroni.
Yeah.
I am true. I say it. That's
Likes a
fine.
bit of dick every now and then.
Buy macaroni. It's very bedazzled by macaroni.
Oh, it's bi, isn't it?
Is it?
It's got a
Or is,
fit on.
or is it just into metal?
Yeah,
Is that what it is?
It's a metal bi macaroni. Listens to Metallica
Yes.
and
Facts.
Parkway Drive. And I don't know, whatever metal cunts listen to.
I feel like we should put a fucking image of this bead as the stock image for the podcast now, just so people know what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah, what are we going to use for the stock image?
Picture of that bead.
No, because you want to be able to reuse it, and that bead won't be relevant forever.
Well, maybe we could make that the emblem for the whole podcast.
Just call it the Bi-Metal Macaroni Podcast.
Yes, that'll get clicks.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. That's what people really like. Yeah, they really want.
That's the top news at the moment. Bi-metal macaroni news.
Bi-Metal Macaroni.
Yeah. It's one of the big stories, surely.
Can't say I've seen it, but I mean, if you say so.
Yeah.
Maybe in
Moving
local
on.
news, but worldwide, I think there's some other things that are dominating the headlines. Like Trump and his rally.
Nice.
Bruh. So, like, I think that shit goes for about 2.5 hours. And I watched the first 8 minutes of it, and, like, it was a comedy show.
I'm gonna watch it because I need inspiration at the moment. Because I've got a collab with Pete, and he's talking about Trump in the verse. He's basically just talking about American politics. So I need fucking a fresh idea of what to fucking rip on him about.
Well, look, I got this. This is probably the most controversial part. He goes, our testing in America for, Rona is way better than everyone else's in the world, which is, I think it's true, because they've tested, I think it was 25 million people.
Mm.
But he goes, I can't remember what name he used, but he's like, oh, little 10-year-old Timmy's got a cough. And, just put him in bed and give him some chicken soup and he'll be right in 10 minutes. And then he goes, if we slow down the testing, like that, he goes, the only reason we've got so many cases in America is because we test so much.
Yeah, I've heard this one.
And then he goes, so we're gonna stop the testing, we're gonna slow the testing right down, and then we won't have many cases. Like to say that, for the president to say something next level,
I get what he's saying, but the way he said it was so stupid.
It's so fucking stupid. He's basically saying if you close your eyes, it isn't there.
Well, he's saying minimalising contact is a way to prevent the spread, and testing people is promoting contact.
I don't know if he is though. This is the thing. Like,
you gotta leave your house to go get the test.
It could be read that way.
That's what he meant, but it's it's whack. I'm assuming so. What else did he fucking mean?
He could genuinely mean what he's saying.
Oh no.
See, this is the thing. He could mean that. If he could mean that, and he's just shit at explaining it. But because it's him, he could also genuinely mean exactly what he's saying.
I admit, I'm not going to put it past him. That could genuinely be the case, which is fucked.
Bro, he spent like a 4 or 5 minutes.
But how do you achieve office and not be smarter? Surely
like,
he is.
It's not
surely
about.
he knows.
He's
Surely he gets it just a bit.
he's smart in some regard, but I think his ego outweighs it.
Yes, okay.
Like, because he's definitely not stupid, but his want for like attention just sort of outweighs everything. Like, totally outweighs it.
That's fucked.
And like,
Power sickness, you reckon?
yeah,
Okay, I'm with you. I get it. That's fucked.
like, and yeah, like he didn't get into office because of his intelligence. He got in because of his popularity.
Yeah. Because he went up against Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, and like, you know,
Even with the whole feminist move behind her, everyone just thought she was a bitch. And no, we prefer Trump.
oh man, fucking, oh, you know what pisses me off is like fucking liberals. Not it. Well, yes, in general, but like specifically like liberals in regards to Hillary, because like they act like Trump is the worst possible option for humanity, and then to them that translates as Hillary being Jesus.
The alternative, yeah. The opposite.
And they're like, oh my god, if Hillary got in, like, oh, I'd probably just come in my pants, I reckon.
Everything would be dancing,
like,
fairy
it would
plum
be
cakes
Christmas.
and shit. Yeah.
Fucking,
As opposed to hell on earth with Trump.
yeah. But like, I don't know, man. Just ignorant people.
Right. I don't think it would have been much different.
No, look.
It would have been slightly worse,
there would have
maybe.
been things that were majorly different, but overall it would have been good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we got the lesser of two evils, as extreme as that is to say.
Yeah, look, I think the redeeming feature, especially for like us because we don't live in America, is that it's entertaining as fuck.
Yes.
But
yeah,
Hillary
would not have been funny. That would have been like cringe city all day.
Yeah.
Every time she's on TV, you were like, shut up.
And like, to people who weren't completely dedicated to her, that would just hate her more because she is. Because the thing is, Trump definitely has fucked America to some degree, but he's also helped it. And Hillary would have done the same thing. She would have done things that were good for America, and she would have fucked it. But the thing is, the people that hate Trump still get a laugh out of him because he's fucking ridiculous. But the people who hate Hillary would be all in with the hate because she would just be a president that they don't like.
So you're basing this entire positive aspect off the presence of human potential for people who don't like Trump.
Humour potential. Yeah. Yeah, that's literally the only
That's the
saving
only
grace.
good thing is it's kind of funny.
Bro, and I think... I think he's probably going to
I don't know, like...
win the election.
Yeah, he will, for sure.
Because Joe Biden is...
Piece of
like,
shit.
I don't know whose idea it was to use this motherfucker, but they fucked up. They fucked up big time.
Yeah, he's not cool. No, like...
Bro, not cool. He can barely function. Like,
that's what I mean. He's not hip. He's not in the now. He's not going to capture the minds of the nation.
Bro, he's not on this plane of reality.
You can't catch a fucking dropping feather.
Like, I think I'm going to make a meme. It's just going to be a corpse and Joe Biden. And it's just going to say, spot the difference.
Oh, no.
And fucking, like, the man... Oh, I went and watched, like, a compilation of him just being Joe Biden, and it's sad as fuck, man. Like, that motherfucker is on his way out.
No, doesn't hold much ground.
No.
Trump's way more interesting.
Yeah.
And the fact that Trump is doing shit, like Obama spent 8 years in office and fuck-assed around with the Middle East and done nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, he did a few things. Like,
he poked sticks.
Didn't he do a bunch of shit with healthcare or something?
Fucking not really. Obamacare, you know.
I don't know. He was remembered for something good. Like,
he was remembered for being the first black president.
Yeah, no, but there were two things. They were like, he fucked America, like, by fucking with the Middle East, but then he also did something really good, so I was like, oh, he wasn't too bad.
Well, that was meant to be Obamacare, but it was the biggest flop.
Is that what happened?
Basically. But now they've taken it away, everyone wants it back.
Yeah, well, fucking not surprised. It's better than nothing.
But, yeah, Trump's way more interesting than Biden.
Yeah, and the fact that it's basically a rap battle at this point, like, like Biden's done for, bro.
Who's got the
The
biggest
moment he
teeth?
calls him Sleepy Joe, that's it for him. Because the cunt has literally almost fallen asleep on live telly before.
That's hilarious. Sleepy
Sleepy
Joe. And whole of America will be like, haha, Trump's funny though.
Yeah.
We'll have him for another 4.
No, I don't know, like, I was like pretty sure that like, yeah, this election's Trump's, but recently, like, with all the shit, like, he's been dropping the ball a bit, like with all the fucking Black Lives Matter stuff. Like, did you see that shit where he got the fucking what is it, National Guard or Special Forces, whatever they are, he got them to clear out this area where protesters were, like around this church, so he could make a speech. But they were using tear gas that is banned. It's banned from war. Like, soldiers aren't allowed to use it.
Oh, wow.
And like,
And they were using it on civilians.
yeah, literally peaceful protesters, and they were fucking tear gas them
So Trump could make a
with
speech.
this pepper gas shit.
That's loose.
Bro, the speech is hilarious too, because like he's got a Bible, and like he's holding the Bible, and he's just waving it around, like, and he's I think he quoted some scripture, and like, I don't know, and then he didn't know what it meant or some shit, I don't know.
That's hilarious. No, I gotta watch it. That's it.
I gotta say, I don't fuck with honey and coffee, but this coffee isn't bad.
You reckon? Because I had to switch to Nescafe. I've run out of my Kona.
And I'm just saying the honey and the coffee isn't
Oh, really?
bad.
Yeah. Maybe I've just been having a whinge.
Yeah.
I've been drinking it for like 3 or 4 days. I've been liking it on sandwiches, but it's weird in coffee. Honey in your coffee.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a preference thing.
Nah. Bro, some motherfuckers love it.
Oh yeah, no, I'd probably get why. It's fucking... If you don't like sugar in your coffee, it's a wicked substitute.
Yeah.
It gives a whole different flavour. But yeah, I don't know. Just not used to it.
Have you ever considered giving up sugar?
Yes.
I did it for 1 week.
Good effort.
Like, obviously I couldn't completely eliminate it, because there's like a teaspoon of sugar in bread and shit.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I didn't have, like, jam, I had black coffee, like, I didn't have any, like, really sweet things. Didn't have fucking honey or dessert or anything. And it was pretty good, like, I did feel better.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
like,
would. 100%.
I don't know, just not enough to have it a consistent thing.
Prefer sugar, do you?
Yeah, but after that, because I was having, like, I'd have, like, 3 sugars in my coffee, and like 2 coffees, 3 sugars.
Yeah.
And then like I switched to 1 after that, because it's like, after drinking black coffee for a week and you go back to that, it's like, Jesus, I'm just drinking sugar.
Alright. You can literally taste the like thickness of the sweet.
Yeah. Bro, there was one point when I was like 13 where I was having just like 6 sugars in my coffee. I was just drinking sugar.
Yeah, bro, a couple of years back I was making it with 2 coffees, 1 sugar. And that was like to stimulate my brain to write, because I figured if I drank too much coffee I fucking wrote the sickest bars, and like heaps of them at once, because my brain just went into overdrive and I had to release it somehow.
Yeah.
And it just came all out, and I could do all the fucking shit that I'd come up with in my head. Like, I was able to write it fast enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
But that's not healthy.
Yeah, I basically did the same thing, but just with painting. Like, I'd drink like 6 coffees a night and stay up until 5 in the morning painting.
Just paint, yeah, fuck yeah.
And then, you know, your chest starts to hurt.
Right.
So Jesus, I need to stop.
Yeah, it definitely made my insomnia worse doing that. 100%. It's not healthy. And coffee's fucked when you've been binging it and then you stop. Like, you have full withdrawal symptoms and everything. Get like hot and cold sweats and shit, like, fuck, I need a coffee.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling the coffee, fuck's sake.
That's real.
It's just like any other drug.
I wonder if you'd get more addicted to like stronger coffee.
I reckon. You would, because then you'd go get someone make you a weak coffee and it would not hit the spot.
It's strange that you just don't gradually increase the amount of coffee as you keep drinking it, though. Oh, I suppose you do.
sort of do, bro.
Yeah, it's just very
You
gradual.
start off weak and then you end up fucking doing bigger spoons,
Shots
go
of
to
short
bigger
black.
cup, bigger cup, thermos, tablespoon instead of teaspoon.
Fucking bowl. Bro, Dad drinks fucking coffee like a bloody alcoholic.
I know.
Like, I can't.
Actually, he drinks less coffee nowadays.
Doesn't he?
Well, he never used to drink liquor.
Yeah. Oh,
It was always coffee
Or Coke.
or Coke. But yeah, that was when he was out. That was his out drink. If he was at home, he'd have a coffee. And yeah, he used to smash them cones. It's like I didn't see him eat. He just lived off coffee and cones.
Like, yeah, I don't see him drink much water when he's at home. Like, because I know he drinks a shit ton of water at work because he's in the sun. He takes the. Like, he's probably told you before. Like, he'll have the cordial bottles, and he'll have 2 frozen cordial bottles and 2 frozen water bottles.
Yep, all in the
And he'll
Asky.
drink them all in one day.
Well, up there you need to.
Yeah.
Because you sweat that much. You sweat out litres per day.
So, bro, like, every time I go up there, there's like a 3-day period where I forget that I've got to drink way more water, and I end up with just
you
massive
die.
headaches.
Yep.
And then I get my shit together and start
real.
drinking water.
Yep. And then you get back here and you're chugging water and pissing, and you're like, this is not necessary.
Yeah, especially when it's like 3 degrees, like, because you take a sip of water and like, that's it.
That's it.
That's all we need. We just
Hydrated.
need a little bit.
Lubrication. You literally have been storing water. You don't need it.
Because you haven't sweat for 3 weeks.
That's it. You had like half a litre of water at tea. That was 2 hours ago. You're fine.
Yeah. That's real.
Go up there. Water. So much water.
Bro, I have a fucking unhealthy addiction to iced tea. Peach flavoured iced tea.
Bro, I did that one. Mine was lemon, but yes, iced tea, that's addictive shit. There's something in that shit, man.
Yeah. Bro, I swear to God, like, if you looked in our recycling bin, like, it's half full with, like, those 1.5 litre bottles.
Do you remember when my whole cupboard was here?
Yeah.
I was going to make a raft out of them. I had that many.
Yeah.
I was like, this is literally feasible. I could fucking collect that many in not much effort. I just couldn't be asked.
I was chopping the tops off them and cleaning them and putting, like, my pens and shit in them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I made this fucking shelf for my room. Looks pretty sick. I fucked it a little bit, like, I was being lazy and didn't drill the pirate holes, like, quite big enough. So when I screw them, like, it's split in 2 places, but it still works.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was just cleaning up my desk and didn't have enough. I've just been buying heaps of pens, got nowhere to put them.
True. I've got these canvases here as well. You need to do something with them.
Do I?
Yes.
I just started a big canvas.
Did you?
Yeah. Layla got it for me.
Nice.
It's a bit bigger than I usually do. It's like 60 by 30 centimeters, which is like the perfect ratio for a piece.
Yeah.
Because it's got that sort of long but not too thin 1 to 2 ratio.
Right.
It's pissing me off because, like, I did the sketch and that was about, like, the actual sketch was probably about maybe, what's that, 5 centimeters? It was tiny. And then I tried to transfer that onto a 60 centimeter wide piece and it was just fucking with me so hard. Like, the sketch looks so crisp, one of the best sketches I think I've done. And then when I transferred it, my boxes just weren't large enough, like the bars that actually made up the letters, like.
Yeah.
And I did a grid and all because I knew, like, I can't do this without the grid. I'm just gonna fuck it. And even with the grid, it was like, oh, barely got there. Had to change a little bit of the structure to make it better.
There you go. It's weird how shit does that.
Yeah.
Trying to translate size.
Had to fuck with the 3D too. Had to make it slightly thinner, which because it ended up being way too low to the canvas. So and the 3D was going down, so I cut the 3D off about like a few mil, and that made it a bit more even.
Yeah, I always do that. I leave heaps of room at the top, and then it's like, what the fuck? Where do I go? I can't do drops. I've got to do borders.
Well, like a good way to do it, if it's not like if the structure of the piece isn't completely dependent on the angle of the 3D, sometimes I'll just do the piece straight on the canvas, and then put the 3D on it in the direction where there's the most room.
Yeah.
And then readjust the letters to fit with the 3D.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting more into this advanced stuff, though. I'm trying to think about the 3D while I'm actually drawing the letters, because it really does affect it. I think I've actually started, for the first time since I started doing graffiti, I think I'm actually making stuff that I genuinely think is good. Like, because before I was always like, oh, it's good, but I can clearly see that this is wrong. And then the next piece I'd fix that, and then something else would be wrong, and like...
Yeah, right. It's kind of same with the music, actually. Especially with beats, in particular. Because I've always liked my beats, but then I always go back to my old beats and go... Yeah.
Something's missing.
Like, all my favourite ones I still like, but I now can see that they were amateur.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm starting to look back on beats and go... like, and see less issues. So I'm thinking the ones I'm doing now might be not too bad.
That's a good way to do it. John Grimm, who's a fucking graffiti artist who does YouTube videos, it was doing like a Q&A, and someone asked him like, what do you use for inspiration for your pieces? And he goes, I just use my own work. Like, I'll just go back and find an old piece and find the best thing about it, and then base this piece around that and change the things that weren't quite as good.
Yeah, I've done that. I've literally gone back over old songs and recreated the song with the idea that I tried to do and sort of failed at before. Because now I know how to do it.
Because like your ideas weren't shit.
Yeah.
It was just you didn't know how to execute them properly.
Yes, 100%. Now I've got a better chance of doing it. I've got recording to do and mixing. I've got mixing to do before I do recording, actually.
Just for your tracks?
Oh, actually, do I? I've got writing to do. Fucking hell. Alright, so these three are what I've got to record. These are ready to record.
Yep.
That's a solo track. Those are 2 collab tracks.
Who are the collabs?
No one yet. Which open verses I'm going to put out. We've got this one. Collab with Krez. Collab with Bird still sitting there. And North Taz Cypher.
Dope. I've
recorded all 3 of those. I have to edit. I've got all these ones for Jester. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are all done. Like, I've exported the stems and shit. I've still got to send him those 2 stems. But apart from that, that's all done for the moment. I've got, 5, 6 tracks up here that I'm writing to. And another...
Are they just beats, those ones?
Yeah. And then these ones are beats that I haven't started writing to yet.
Yeah.
So there's 7 tracks there.
Delicious.
I've got tracks all over the place.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and there's this collab with Pete as well, which I've got to write a verse to and then mix his track.
Brother Pete.
Brother Pete.
I don't know, I sort of like Ferret Pete a bit better.
Ferret Pete. Fuck yes, Ferret Pete.
Imagine having a hat made out of ferret. You know, like those ones, like little fox hats.
Yeah, like a beaver hat.
I don't know. Is there enough ferret to make a hat?
No, you'd have to use multiple ferret.
Yeah.
Have like 3-tailed ferret hat.
Stitch them up.
With like 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, like have the 2 ferrets
all 3
on the side,
yeah.
and then have the 3rd ferret slightly forward, so it's like a little cow.
Like a 100%.
A ferret cow.
I have like a white ferret for the center and 2 brown ferrets for the side.
Damn. I mean, interesting choice to use ferrets, but I mean...
Ferret hat. I mean, well, yeah, you brought it up.
Surely that's not legal. You can't just kill ferrets and make hats out of them.
Bruh.
Well, I mean,
you reckon?
I don't know what the status of
some
ferrets
of these
are.
countries, maybe not in Australia. I'm pretty sure you could go overseas
there's definitely
and get
a place
ferret
where
hat.
you can make ferret hats legally.
Yeah, I don't think here. I think they're more of a pet here than a skin.
Yeah, what? Bro, I just remembered some shit. One of my friend's mums got fined like $20,000 because she had turtles and we're keeping them as pets. Like she brought turtles down from the mainland.
Without a license?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down to Tassie.
Yeah.
And, like had 3 of the cunts in like a tank.
Wow.
And got
20
darn
grand.
hard, and like she's still paying it off.
Wow.
It's mental. That is a lot. That's a big fine.
Isn't it, for having pet turtles?
Yeah.
And you're
I
just
think
like,
I think it was more because she bring them into Tassie. Like, but still.
what's the laws on that?
Well, you're still not allowed to fucking do it.
Well, yeah, but fuck, really? Why?
I don't know. Might
Is
have
it a license
diseases.
thing, or is it literally you can't have turtles?
I think it's a bit of both. I think that's why it was so big, because it's like you brought turtles in,
was it like a...
so that's one crime, and then you were keeping the turtles as pets, which is another crime.
Were they wild turtles?
I think so.
Oh, okay, so that's different. You can't just go catch turtles and take them into state.
Yeah. No, it's a big no-no.
I thought you might have bought the turtles over there and then crossed without a license or something,
No,
and
I
left
don't.
one at 20 grand.
Nah, that'd be illegal. Like, I mean, obviously, if you smuggle the turtles in, then fucking yeah, you're probably gonna get done. But if you bought turtles in the mainland, I imagine
Those
with
are
the
your
right
turtles.
paperwork, you
Right.
could bring them to Tassie.
Maybe, like, I was thinking, like, mainland license versus Tassie license, it just didn't cross or some shit like this.
Yeah.
But, you know, if she's illegally catching turtles, catching them, yeah, that's... shouldn't do that. Still, 20 grand is rough.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
I think it was a bit more than that, actually.
20... fuck. For 3 turtles.
I wonder if there's a place where you're actually just not allowed to have them as pets, even if you bought them legally.
Today.
Where is it illegal to have a turtle as a pet?
Yeah, right. Is that a thing?
I don't know, maybe it's endangered or something.
Yeah, it'd be illegal to catch them, but
Yeah,
surely if you got them from a breeder, you could have them and you got the license.
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be many laws saying you couldn't.
So I want to eat one.
You want to eat a turtle?
Yeah, just to see what it tastes like.
Could be alright.
Probably a bit fishy.
Yeah,
Depends.
it'd have that aquatic flavour, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
All aquatic things have a flavour.
Do you reckon it'd be like red or white meat?
Why?
Yeah, I reckon too.
Although, having said that, I don't know. I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about it. I don't know why I thought that. It'd probably be red. I don't know why I said that. Reptile meat.
Or like, reptile. What reptiles do we eat? Because I'm pretty sure snake is white. Or is it? I literally have no
Right,
idea.
neither.
I'm
I
just
can't
talking out
picture
my
it.
ass.
I want to say white, but then it could just as easily be red.
Yeah.
It makes more sense to be red, logically. I don't know why I'm thinking it's a white meat. Probably because it tastes like chicken, and that's a white meat.
But that's it. There's no rules. Like chickens walk around on land and they're white meat.
Yeah.
And you got fish,
Fish is white meat. What else
Like-
is white meat?
pork. Oh, is it? It is. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pork's white.
Is it considered white meat?
I think so. It's white when you cook it. That's
Yeah, as opposed to lamb or steak.
yeah.
And snake, or turtle rather, or just reptiles in general. I'm trying to think of like a roadkill lizard or some shit.
Yeah. But it's hard though, because when the meat's raw, obviously it's still
Red, right? That's fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
you got to actually cook it. To
I really
see.
feel like a lizard to be a red meat. Like I'm picturing Aboriginal cooking a lizard on the fire, like a goanna.
Yeah, I think lizards probably are red.
And a snake,
I don't
same
know.
deal. I'm picturing.
Yeah, look, lizards and snakes are pretty close, so having said that, that's probably red.
So that means turtle logically would be as well.
Yeah. I think we're getting closer here.
But it swims like a fish, Stitch.
It's sealed too. Like it's sealed up in the shell. I wonder if that would fuck with it. Maybe it's not even red or white, maybe it's like a
Ooh,
nice,
a different colour.
or a different colour.
Yellow.
That's
not a.
that doesn't seem healthy.
Yeah.
If your meat's yellow,
Well, I was
then-
going to say green, alright?
Yeah, look, that yellow's probably better than green.
Yellow meat, you can have yellow fish and shit.
Yeah.
What's that hell yellow fish?
There is a lot of fish out there, bro.
Okay, so one that we've eaten, that Mum's cooked up. I legit have no clue. She doesn't either. I've asked this question before.
What, did we catch it or was it bought?
No. She would have bought it. It was in Queensland. We used to have it, and I've got no idea what this type of fish is called, but it's one of my favourite fish types.
Fuck knows. I never ate fish, so like.
I reckon yellow skin, bro. It was white meat, obviously. But
We had it in Queensland, so it'd probably be a local fish there.
well, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But yeah, I swear I've asked her this and she doesn't remember, and I've got no clue. I'm gonna have to wait until I see it in the deli one day and be like, what sort of fish is that? And they'll be like, this one. I'm like, yes, and just run through the supermarket,
Just fucking lose your mind in the deli.
screaming the name of this fish. Yeah, I got no clue, man. I seem to remember she cooked it in a fry pan.
Yeah.
And it came apart into like pieces really easily, and it was fucking.
Probably a big fish then.
Fish, right? I fucking don't know what sort of fish, man. I've not seen it in Tassie.
Probably not gonna see it in the deli then.
Well, fucking, Rocky.
We need a Jamie.
I want to know what this fish is. Need a Jamie.
Yeah, you know how Joe Rogan's got Jamie, just searches shit up for him.
Oh, true.
So he doesn't have
A
to do it.
research guy.
That's it. Fastest fingers in the West.
Yes.
For Googling God.
Oh, we need to fucking monetize so we can hire someone.
Yeah, both. Find some little kid on the street maybe, I don't know.
That's it.
Nah, find some fucking Instagram hoe who can type like 30 fucking characters in a second.
We still need to monetize though.
Pay her in bonds. I don't know.
Yes. Bonds. Do you have spare bonds?
No, that was a bad idea. Didn't think this through at all. Pay her in bottle caps.
Bottle caps. See, here we go.
Getting a bit more realistic now.
Get one of those arts and crafty types.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I'll give her all my spare bottle caps so she can go make an artwork with it.
100%. Then you can be an employer and an alcoholic.
Damn.
It's a twofer.
That's really all anybody wants. Be an employer
True.
and an alcoholic.
That's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Maybe just pay her with the privilege of being our Jamie.
True. Yeah. Get the title of Jamie.
That's it. So, what do we call on this podcast?
I don't know. Maybe we should upload it as Untitled Podcast and get someone else to name it.
Nah, that's boring as fuck. Just call it the... I'm getting there, my brain's ticking.
Tick, tick, tick.
Damn, I actually need a brain on tick.
Can I get one brain on tick, please?
Yeah.
But I'll pay you back Tuesday.
Yeah. For like every time someone just says like on tick, I just think about this like this one fucking photo this guy showed me like a few years ago, and he's like, it's this dude holding a prosthetic leg, and it's like old mate didn't pay his tick, so I took his leg.
When you don't pay tick, always pay tick.
I think it's more the principle, like
Pay tick or lose limb.
that's it. He didn't actually need the leg. It's like that scene from Guardians of the Galaxy, where Rocket goes and gets old mate's prosthetic arm or some shit, and he's like, oh, what do you need that for the plan? He's like, I didn't. It'd just be funny to see him hopping around on one leg.
Yes.
Yeah. Classic. That was a good fucking movie.
It was alright.
I fucked with it.
Not too shab.
Soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah, the sound design was good. That's one of the things I thought was
So
dope.
fucking good. Like that's probably one of the best, like top 3 soundtracks from a movie. Annihilation, have you seen that?
I don't know. Don't think so.
It's got Sandra Bullock, I think. The whole premise is there are these 4 or 5 female scientists that go into this big area, basically a meteorite crashes on Earth, and it sets up this whole big, like, it's basically like, they call it the shimmer, because it's like, once you go in, it's like a sort of acidy trip thing, and like, once you go into it, it's like, it's just fucked, like, it's just drugs, and yeah, they keep sending in these army guys to go and check out the meteorite, but every time you get too close to it, it's like, you start going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers, like, there's one scene that just is so fucked up. Like, this guy, he's like, you can see things like crawling through his skin.
Oh yeah.
So and they all lose their minds. They're like, fuck this, we're cutting this guy open. So they lay him down on the ground in this puddle of water and just fucking cut his guts open and like open it up, and like his organs are like moving and twisting, like you can see all these fucking intestines, like it's fucked up.
Hectic.
But like, yeah, no, but the soundtrack of that movie was really good. Didn't have many like songs, but the actual soundtrack was really good.
Nice.
I don't know what nothing else really springs to mind with an amazing soundtrack, but maybe like Suicide Squad. That was a shit movie, but the soundtrack was good.
I thought the sound design in Avatar was okay.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen that in a while.
Right. I wasn't even thinking about it the first time I seen it, but last time I watched it, I was pretty much just listening to the sound design. Because cunts go ham with that shit. I just picture the way they put all the film together and then line all the audio up and shit, and they've got to match it with like the dramatic part of the soundtrack has to match with the guy turning and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just every single thing is on point with that movie.
There's so much fucking work that goes into that.
Right. It's
like,
ridiculous.
You gotta think about that, like, they're making, most of the time anyway, like, except when it's like a actual already established song, they're designing the music, and the music is actually designed around the script.
Yep. And so you think this scene has to take approximately this long, you want about 25 seconds of footage of this ship blowing up, and then you want to cut to the guy escaping through the alley, you want to have the soundtrack die down from a dun 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 to a dun 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 escaping thing, you got to transition that smoothly and all this. It's got to be exactly the right time so you get the right feel.
Sometimes, like, a really famous, like, example of this is Reservoir Dogs. Tarantino wrote a whole scene around, I could just be making this up, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. You know the scene where, the torture scene where old mate cuts off the cop's ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's all based around, stuck in the middle with you.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
Really? That's hilarious.
And, like, the whole sound budget for that, it was like, I think it was like, it was 40-something thousand. But, like, the majority of it was spent for the rights to that song. Like, 90% of the money was used just to get that song, and then the rest, they just, like, made it all,
yep,
like, super cheap garage shit.
What is it? For Castaway, right, doesn't have fuck all music. Like, the entire time on the island, there's almost zero music. You know, like, from when he's cast away, there's heaps to do in the plane crash and shit. But once he lands on the island, there's literally none until he's like sailing over the breakwater and escaping the island, and there's that big uplifting
It was
music.
probably done on purpose, because...
Right. No, I was watching the commentary, they said it was, and it was really, really hard to make an interesting movie without backing soundtracks to give the emotion that was meant to be portrayed.
Yeah.
You just had to fucking have these long cut scenes of empty beach, and then him walking past, and then him sweating his ass off, and then him doing some tedious shit.
I haven't seen that in a while, but I'm thinking about it now, and there probably wouldn't be too many B-roll shots, like, of just like, yeah, like, you know what B-roll is, yeah.
Yeah. It would have been all 8 takes.
Yeah, because you can't, it's hard to make B-roll shots work without music. So there'd always have to be something happening, but obviously not too fast-paced, because he's on a fucking island by himself.
Yeah, it's meant to drag out and give you the impression of nothing happening while still being interesting.
Yeah.
That's fucking tricky.
I reckon the complete opposite that would be Interstellar.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I've not. I keep hearing about it, but I've not seen it yet.
Matthew McConaughey, like...
Yeah.
It's a long movie, and the reason for it is because of that they got B-roll footage there's one scene that I think it goes for like 15 minutes, and it's just like shots of Saturn, and like, but there's this really slow, like calming sort of music, but it's like there'll be like all massive long shots of just planets and stuff.
Yeah. That's to give you the fucking feel of vastness.
Yeah. It's a slow movie. It's really slow at the start, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Alright, like Castaway.
Yeah. Bit of a mind fuck at the end, but it's not too bad.
Dun dun dun.
I watched The Great Gatsby yesterday. Or the day before. Yeah, it was the day before.
Any good?
Yeah. It's the second time I watched it. It's pretty good. It's got Tobey Maguire and Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Nice.
Good old Leo. It's got that famous shot that's been turned into a meme where he's raising the glass up.
Yep.
Yeah. I was watching it with Layla and she'd never seen it before. And it got to that scene, she's like, oh, it's that! That's where that's from! It was good as.
Yeah, it's like that one from Inception where he's sitting at the bar doing the squinty eyes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I remember that. I found the internet. Fucking...
There's so many of those.
I actually don't like that because it takes you out of the movie. Like, I'll be full into a movie, like, just lost in the storyline, and that'll happen. I'll remember I'm sitting on the couch and that, like, the internet is a thing and just, like, life is a thing, and I'm not in the movie anymore in that moment.
Yeah. Yeah, it can ruin it.
Yeah. Happens every time.
But the thing is, like, it's usually from a pretty good movie. So, like, you can usually get back into the movie pretty easily.
Yeah. Also, it's usually a movie I've seen. But the only occasion, like, The Great Gatsby, I've not seen. So that will fuck with me.
Bro, the visuals in that movie are weird. Like, some of the sets look like they're oil paintings.
Yeah,
like, it's strange. And that sometimes, like, it'll transition from, like, real into, like, sort of a graphic. Like, you can tell, like, people have got, like, graphic designers have gone over it. Like,
yeah, okay.
and they've just made it a bit strange in some places. Almost at an hour.
It's a decent length.
It is a decent length.
Do we want to call that a podcast?
I think we might call that a podcast.
What do we call this called podcast?
Well, this is the thing.
We didn't finish that. Quick brainstorm.
What about the Sparkle Flame podcast?
The Sparkle Flame podcast.
It's an already established brand.
It is. People will recognise it and go, what is this?
That's it.
Whoever played
Especially
a single game
your
of
fans.
Sparkle Flame.
Maybe we should end it on a game of Sparkle Flame.
We should definitely do that. And we should use the all-lighter because my emergency lighter setup is just always
This is so true.
Spark.
I have the honour of being the Sparkle Flamer.
Alright, I will call...
Actually, you know what? Let's have a little twist on this one.
Okay. Alright, okay.
It's a variation of Sparkle Flame. It's called Sparkle Flame. I made it up 3 seconds ago.
Okay.
So basically, if you get sparked, then nothing happens at all. It's perfectly normal. But if you get Flamer, that means you are homosexual.
What?
Because you are a Flamer.
No, this is a rigged version.
No, it's not rigged. It's perfectly...
It's terrible.
It's literally...
It's an
way better than the
abomination
original.
of the original. And I will not stand for it.
Alright, what about Sparkle Gay?
No, that's basically the same thing.
It's a slight tweak. There's some minor code differences, but yeah.
Nah. It's got to be the original Sparkle Flame, otherwise it's not OG, and therefore it's not cool.
Alright, Sparkle
It can't
Flame.
hang with the cool kids. I'm going to call Spark.
I'm going to call Flame, because I have trust in myself.
Yes.
And it's Flame. He wins.
It is Flame.
He wins this time.
Alright, well, it's not much of a win, but he takes it.
Literally no skill involved.
We're going to end on that note.
Yeah.
What did you call it? Leave a comment in the comment section about whether you thought it was going to be Sparkle Flame.
And subscribe to the Sparkle Flame
podcast. We out. I'm the Young Tom.
I'm Donnie Darko, aka Mr. Splash.
Oh, fucking hell.